Hello again, my dear friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today we will talk a little about the procedure and precautions of receiving and sorting items in CSSD. Yes, this merits a whole video because besides facts, I would like to share my own thoughts and ideas with you. These will not contradict any guidelines or principles, but help to make you more clear and also give your customers, that is our dear doctors and nurses, better service. In CSSD, it always has to be positive and a win-win situation. That is, we are happy and our customers are happy. Used goods come from all over the hospital after rinsing or bagging or boxing by users. I say directly after bagging and boxing because I have seen in some hospitals where this is the procedure. The goods are put in bags or containers directly after surgery without an initial rinse. This method is also acceptable by guidelines, but the preferred method is pre-cleaning or rinsing in the user department. Preferably, all items opened in the OT and other user departments, whether used or not, should be treated as contaminated. If we don't keep extra and surplus instruments in the sets, then it is easy to clean the whole set. But we need to check that there are no items which are rarely or never used, just going up and down and getting spoiled. These could be removed and kept in the cupboard in a sterilized or unsterile form, depending on its frequency of use. They may be sterilized and issued once in a way as required. Once the items arrive in the CSSD, a trained technician receives these. Training is very important over here for his own protection as also to know the procedure which he has to follow. Now here are my thoughts. I strongly feel we should receive items for all 24 hours to prevent drying or the formation of biofilms in the user department itself. As we mentioned in the biofilms video, if the instruments remain for long, even after rinsing, biofilms can form. Hence, they need to be accepted as soon as users can send them. Also, if the instruments dry out in the user department, waiting for the time slot when they can send it to the CSSD, these can never be cleaned properly later because you cannot even see the dried invisible soil. This dried invisible soil will not be removed even by mechanical cleaning in the most fancy machines in the normal cycle. Second thing which I want to say, first is that receive items at all times of the day and night. And the second thing is, we should have a smiling face while receiving, as the people who are sending these or delivering them are our customers, our colleagues, our friends. Besides, it's our job. We get paid for it. We are not doing anyone a favor. So please wipe that grumpy expression off your face. This cheerful demeanor would improve your own mood and health. Forget about others. Okay, so let's see what we need to check, because we said this is all about receiving, checking and sorting. So first of all, the item should be checked whether the gross dirt has been removed. This can be seen visually with a quick look over. Do not accept sets which have any disposable items in them, like sharps or used dressing material or anything else which is meant for the garbage bin. This has to be removed and thrown away at the point of use by the user himself. Such sets need to be returned back, otherwise this habit would continue forever. Trust me, all these I am speaking by experience. Thirdly, the instrument trays obviously have to be seen that no instruments are damaged or missing. Damaged or non-working instruments can be accepted by CSSD and should be accepted. However, they have to be tagged or labeled by the user, stating what is wrong with the instrument so that we can take appropriate action. Here further I am giving my thoughts, and this is important. Items which are visibly dirty, or if the sets are incomplete, or there are damaged instruments which have not been labeled, such sets should be returned by the CSSD to the user. If the person who is delivering cannot wait, then you can just check for the disposable items, especially sharps, and if there is any visible dirt on the instrument, and accept the set. Counting of the instruments for missing items and checking for damage can be done later, and informed telephonically to the department if something is amiss. The user departments would either have to wait till we finish checking, or they would have to trust us for informing later. This is easy because by now we have built a fantastic reputation for never telling lies. So just like never having a grumpy expression, we never ever tell lies in the CSSD. When they bring the instruments, they may take a signature on a note or a register which they bring along. The note may be in duplicate, on which you can acknowledge the receipt of the sets or devices, and you can retain a copy. Received items may also be documented on a CSSD goods received note or ledger. In either case, some record is required in the CSSD. The ledger may have columns like the name of the item, the date on which the set has come, the time of receipt of the set, remarks, and other relevant details. I use the word irrelevant because I see that there are so many columns which are not needed and which we fill wasting our time. Okay? So see that the documentation tells you everything you need, but nothing is surplus or extra, which you never refer to. A few seconds of wasted time per entry leads to several minutes over 100 entries and several wasted hours if this goes on in all the registers in the department. Please pay very careful attention to this. We are already short of time. While receiving, we have to use proper PPE. This has been discussed before, and there is no danger to you absolutely. Use hand hygiene before donning the gloves and after removing them, especially when leaving the section or department for any work, or when your duty is over, because you don't want to carry the germs home. Perform hand hygiene before putting on the gloves the next time. In the receiving area, butyl and nitrile reusable gloves are recommended even by CDC. The surgeon's glove may not offer adequate protection in case you have an injury. These butyl and nitrile gloves are puncture proof, easily available in the market. They can be washed and reused since they are not disposable. A simple way would be to wash your hands with soap and water before removing the gloves. Afterwards, you can remove from the cuff downwards so that the inner side can also be washed. In this case, they will come out in the inverted form. hang them to dry. This is acceptable even by guidelines. After checking the instruments and noting the missing ones, the next step in preparation for cleaning is sorting. So sorting can be done in the receiving or cleaning area of the decontamination section wherever there is space. I told you in the decontamination section we have an area where we receive the goods and we have an area where we clean the goods, where the sinks and machines are. And the cleaned goods have to be kept away from the received contaminated goods. So you can do the sorting in any of these areas. At first you will remove items and the interior baskets, if any, from their containers. And you start sorting the items. The containers as well as the interior baskets also need to be cleaned each time. This is one area which we are often neglecting. Items need to be sorted or segregated according to the method of cleaning. That is, whether they are going in for manual cleaning, or they are going into the ultrasonic machine, or going into the washer disinfector. Usually, we follow the instructions for use from the manufacturer. But sometimes A, they are not available, or B, for simple instruments which need to be clubbed together in one cycle, we cannot follow the manufacturer's instructions. One would say rinse for 3 minutes, another would say rinse for 10 minutes, another would say 2 rinses are enough. So we also use our own judgment and experience for the simpler instruments. In case of complicated, delicate and expensive items, obviously we would like the manufacturer to give us guidelines. So whether the instruments are going in for manual cleaning or ultrasonic cleaning or into the washer disinfector, you sort them out and separate them. Many items are composed of more than one piece, like the metal tracheostomy tubes, procedure needles, some hand pieces and some laparoscopic instruments. These should be disassembled. What does disassembled mean? Taken apart to expose all surfaces to the cleaning agent. You already know, all of you, for example, you cannot clean a suction tip with a stillet inside. So please be clear, all surfaces need to be exposed. Okay? In this case, you should know how to disassemble the instruments and how to reassemble them. Though we may send it in the disassembled form itself for sterilization, however, you should know how to do it, and here the manufacturer's instructions would be of use. Small parts like screws, nuts and washers, as also parts belonging to one item or one assembly, are put into a small container with holes to avoid misplacing them. This is called a cage. You can easily get one from your instrument manufacturers. There may be some reusable sharps in your sets. The special care should be taken while retrieving these to prevent injury to oneself. Delicate micro instruments also should be segregated from bulky heavy ones. They may be washed manually or in a separate cycle of the ultrasonic machine, or in this case you can look for the manufacturer's instructions. There are so many items which are not immersible. What does non-immersible mean? It means they simply cannot be dipped in water or any liquid. These are like power saws and drills. So these should be put in another basket for manual cleaning, wiping, etc. So this is all I can think of now for receiving and sorting. The actual manual cleaning and mechanical cleaning will be taken up in future videos. That's all for now. Bye.